Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously the Big Ten, to make your first name.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fired. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but
There he goes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The RPO, it's complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds a tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights off the defender. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got out of trouble and throws. Snagged out of the air. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got his man quickly. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Working that left side now. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Off play action on first down. Got him downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Off play action. Pressure coming. Turning it on.
These guys aren't human hating. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 plays.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Line getting set on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He slings it deep to the left. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. From the gun, the running back has it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things, and with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
And that is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. It's still a 17-point cushion.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
You go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They'll move the tight end. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, with this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He's got great speed. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Grab near the sticks. It's Gay. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Off the play fake. Under fire. Quarterback moving. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. He'll pull it on the read. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Quick strike complete. Good, solid tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time it's complete. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. Breaks into the open. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Gets it out quickly. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get them to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Right on the money. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Makes a move. Goes out of bounds at the 44, but sets his team up with a terrific return. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you?
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. They're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On the run, still looking. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. To the air on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Zings it complete to the right. Knocked down for the tackle. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Gay. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here with the ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, But after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes the heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Motion from the wideout. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. It's game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Punts it out of the air. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll run it. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over. Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain, no first down.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Georgia lining up to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Got his man. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Grimes. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And this
This offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Just keep slinging it. Trying to beat the D deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's got it inside the 30. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Finds a crease at the 20. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got a man in the middle. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.